BFTB, best fight the best. So Anthony Joshua is not going to the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury mega fight. Let's find out why.
I never let you down, I'ma shine on sight. Keep your mind on your grind and off of mine's alright. Right hard, I'm a ball on them squares. I float in $250,000 cars everywhere I go. I know in the lead it may see me might be, but no matter what they doing, they don't do it like me. Like a G, I hold it down for the town I'm at. In a flash like that, recognize I'm back. I'm back.
April 2017, Deontay Wilder goes to the Anthony Joshua Vladimir Klitschko fight. He's there, trying to make a unification, trying to make that. He'd already been avoided already by Joseph Parker. He was trying to make it with Anthony Joshua. So, Anthony Joshua, shout out to him. He defeats Vladimir Klitschko in a good fight. And instead of calling out Deontay Wilder, who was ringside, he calls out Tyson Fury, a guy who hadn't fought since November of 2015. Here we are at April 2017, so this is like almost 2 years now he hadn't fought. This dude was out of shape completely. No sparring, no training, no nothing. Just drinking and drugging it up. Dude was huge, but yet that's who Anthony Joshua called out, even though Deontay Wilder was ringside. Anthony Joshua was like, Tyson Fury, where you at? I'd love to fight Tyson Fury. I want to give the fans what they want to see. Again, Deontay Wilder was sitting ringside and who had been calling this dude out for well over a year now. But, Tyson Fury, in normal Tyson Fury mode, accepted his challenge. You know what I'm saying? Told him he's a boxer's dream. Accepted his challenge. Well, at the time of the Anthony Joshua Vladimir Klitschko fight, there were, 4 champions. Tyson Fury being the lineal champion, Anthony Joshua being the IBF champion, Deontay Wilder being the WBC champion, and Joseph Parker being the WBO champion. So let's just take a peek and look and see where everybody was at. We knew Deontay Wilder. We knew where he was at. He was at the fight. He was ringside at the Joshua Vladimir fight. Joseph Parker was somewhere fat on Twitter. Not Joseph Parker, I'm sorry. Tyson Fury was somewhere fat on Twitter, just chilling, talking shit to Anthony Joshua. And they were talking shit to each other, whatever. So now we know where 2 champions are at. We knew where the 3rd champion is at because he was in the ring fighting, fighting Vladimir Klitschko. Where was Joseph Parker? Oh, here he is. So he's not at the fight either. But I didn't hear any uproar about anybody saying if Joseph Parker wants to fight, he should be at this fight. It's the biggest heavyweight fight in boxing going on right now, which at that time it was. I didn't hear anybody saying, why isn't Joseph Parker at this fight? He should be here. Joseph Parker doesn't want to be undisputed. He doesn't want to fight Joshua because he's not at the fight. Where was that? Where was everybody clamoring for that? So, while Joseph Parker was sitting somewhere, chilling in a coffee shop, Tyson somewhere fat on Twitter, Deontay Wilder was at the Joshua Vladimir fight, and he was saying this.
Which one generates, let's cut to it, which one generates the most excitement and the most money?
I want to give the fans what they want, and everybody want to see Wilder and Joshua. So that's the fight I would love to have at the end of the year. I want to go get Parker, want to get that belt, and bring those 2 belts to the table. And at the end of the year or the top of next year, have a big, massive unification bout. You know, winner takes all.
Deontay, that you're here on Sky Duties this weekend, but surely your eyes will be on your next opponent. Any updates on that? I know you've called out Joseph Parker. I know Joseph Parker wants you, but he still wants to fight May 6th. That's obviously an unlikely date for yourself.
Correct.
When do you think we could?
Well, he's definitely fighting May 6th. I think it's going to be an easy opponent for him. He's fighting his sparring partner that he had in there for 3 weeks, so they should know each other very well. But the fight with me and him is growing legs. So after his fight, we're going to see what happens. Maybe it's a surprise, maybe it's not. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
So Anthony Joshua defeats Vladimir Klitschko. And now he's mandated to fight Luis Ortiz. And so now the fuckery's going on. He doesn't want to fight Luis Ortiz, threatening to vacate his title, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So after all of that nonsense, Luis Ortiz is trying to get a title fight with somebody. So he's like, forget it, I'll fight Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder's not ducking the smoke. So Deontay Wilder's like, I mean, if you think you're the boogeyman, well, come on then. I'll fight you. So that was the clearing for Anthony Joshua to move on. Because, you know, Anthony Joshua was already, he had fought Takam instead of fighting his WBA mandatory, who he should have fought. But whatever. So Deontay Wilder set to fight Luis Ortiz. And, you know, it gets real quiet for a little bit with Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, and people are actually saying, "Oh, this fight isn't going to happen. Deontay Wilder's going to duck him." Blah blah blah. You know, and then it's Luis Ortiz that comes up dirty with the blood pressure medication, and they're like, "Oh, he's not cheating. He's not cheating. Deontay Wilder didn't really want to fight him." You know, and then all the excuses because WBC canceled this, even though Deontay Wilder was still trying to fight him. The WBC canceled this, and when they canceled this, then they removed Luis Ortiz from the WBA mandatory. The WBA did. Not going to get into that because I've already gotten to it on another video. But, you know, needless to say, then the excuses came out. You know, the excuses left and right. Just excuses. Even though Deontay Wilder was not even, Luis Ortiz was not the mandatory to Deontay Wilder. They were saying it as if Deontay Wilder was ducking this guy when he was never his mandatory. Luis Ortiz was never his mandatory, but whatever. So in January, Deontay Wilder comes out and he's like, you know what, I'm going to this Joseph Parker fight because the Joseph Parker fight was set. They moved past Deontay Wilder, and the Luis Ortiz fight fell through because of his own doing. Deontay Wilder destroyed Stavern and then moved on. So he was like, look, I'm going to this Joseph Parker fight. You know what I'm saying? I went to the Vladimir Klitschko one. I'm going to the Joseph Parker one. And, you know, I'm going to call this fight. You know what I'm saying? He said, look, I want to get in the ring. I want to face off with this dude. You know what I'm saying? I want the world to see what we look like when we're standing together. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to see this. This is how we build the fight. This is how we build it. This is, you know, where he was saying his heart. Well, not in this one. He was saying he thinks, you know, Parker has a chance, but he wants Joshua to win. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants to be the guy to fight him. That's the work that he wants to give. And then, you know, so the Wilder ended up fighting no, take that back. So then after that, it was the beginning of that month, the beginning of March. That's when Eddie Hearn and Joshua came out talking about, you know, with Deontay Wilder is going to be an easier fight than Joseph Parker, and you know, we'll fight him in the U.S. You know, we'll get a 2-fight deal and blah blah blah. Just a whole bunch of BS, man. Just making up a whole bunch of crap. You know what I'm saying? And it's talking about how Deontay Wilder is easy and blah blah blah. You know, Luis Ortiz gets cleared. His stuff gets cleared up, and Deontay Wilder goes to his fight, goes to Luis Ortiz's fight, calls his fight. And then Deontay Wilder gets in the ring after he goes to his fight, because he was ringside when he destroyed that dude, Kajono, I think it was, he destroyed. Um, he got in the ring and told him to his face that he's knocking him out. He's going to bless him with another opportunity, and he's knocking him out. So then, March 3rd comes around. Um, and yeah, Joshua could have called this fight. I mean, I know he was getting ready, but his fight wasn't until the end of the month. But whatever. Deontay Wilder goes in and destroys Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? And now we're moving on, talking about potentially what Wilder's going to do, or what he's going to be able to do at the up and coming fight with Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. So after the champ destroyed Luis Ortiz, he has some words to say and some questions. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Tremendous fight, but my question for you is, a lot of talk about Anthony Joshua. My question is, on March 31st, are you going to be ringside in Cardiff, Wales to watch that fight? And if so, or even if you're not there, who do you want to win? Because maybe if Parker is the winner, maybe you'll have an easier time making a unification with him, since I know you want the belts not necessarily Joshua.
Well, unfortunately, Sky Sports definitely have hired me to come out and be a commentator, so I'm looking forward to coming to Cardiff. I've never been to Cardiff before, so I'm looking forward to making myself presence there and love on my fans. I got a lot of fans in the UK, and as far as who winning, it doesn't matter who wins. Of course, everybody wants to see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, of course, and with Joseph Parker, I don't know. They say they want to fight, but they had the opportunity to fight me before. That's why they came to Alabama to the fight and stuff like that. But when I knock people out, people start to get indecisive of what they really want to do.
The day after, actually not the day after, 2 days after. 2 days after Wilder destroyed Luis Ortiz, articles were all out. And one of them I took notice to, and it was that Anthony Joshua can no longer avoid Deontay Wilder. And there were some things in there that actually stood out to me, that I felt like need to be addressed. One of them was that now the pressure is on Team Joshua to actually do something to make this fight happen. And in this article, Eddie Hearn, they talked about the marketability for Joshua. They said he's great over in the UK. He sells out. He's a monster over there when it comes to marketability. But in the US, not so much. And pretty much fighting Deontay Wilder would open that up for him, like, drastically. And then they got into what Eddie Hearn wanted, and Eddie Hearn was talking about. And while here we are, and Joshua was talking about. So here we are talking about Deontay Wilder and making that fight happen, but they're talking about Tyson Fury. Now, again, this is Tyson Fury in March of this year, March of 2018. This is this year. He still wasn't even back yet. They're like, okay, well, we'll fight Tyson Fury. I'm like, listen, what happened to Tyson Fury needing all these tune-ups? What happened to Tyson Fury being not ready and all this other stuff? What happened to all that? Now you want to chase the Fury payday? Well, what are we talking about here? I mean, just what was it like? Now we're with Fury. It's like he's not ready for Deontay Wilder. He ain't ready. This is a bad fight, and this is so. But here you are, right out, like the same week of Deontay Wilder. Like, Deontay Wilder just finished beating Luis Ortiz. He is what's hot. But you're talking about a guy that hadn't fought in 3 years. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about a guy that hadn't done anything. This is the guy you're trying to fight. This is absolutely pathetic. But you guys won't mention this. They won't say anything about this. So after that, the only talk was Deontay Wilder versus Dillian White. The talk for Anthony Joshua was always, oh well, that fight can't be next. Oh well, because Anthony Joshua's, his only focus is on Joseph Parker, and then after that, he might have a mandatory, so it might be later on in the year. And but while that time, Deontay Wilder can get a fight in, and he can fight Dillian White. He can come to the O2 and fight Dillian White. And Dillian White just had his fight with Lucas Brown, just all yelling, "Let's go, Wilder," blah blah blah, all this other nonsense. Like, bro, like, quit it, man, quit it. You are a nothing nobody. You are an absolute nothing nobody. And they're like, oh well, if Dillian White is so easy, then why don't you just get him out the way? Well, that's what they always say. If he's so easy, if you can beat Dillian White so easy, then why don't you just get Dillian White out the way? Okay, fine. Eddie Hearn said Anthony Joshua beats Deontay Wilder. He knocks him out in 3 rounds. Well, if he knocks him out in 3 rounds, why don't he just get him out the way? Well, after all that, Deontay is, pushing through the Dillian White bullshit, and he's still pressing for Anthony Joshua. He's like, I'm coming, I'm getting in the ring, and I'm gonna call him out in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Joshua comes out and says, oh well. No, you're not. You're not getting in the ring. You're not getting there because I'm not about the hype. What? What do you mean you're not about the hype? How the fuck do you plan on building the fight if you're not about the hype? That's all you guys talk about is building the fight. Building the fight. This fight has to build. You've been saying it for 3 years. Got to build the fight. Have to build the fight. Got to build your profile, Wilder. Build your profile. Well, what are you talking about? Don't you and then you say, oh well, I want all the belts. Well, he's got the belt. I don't understand what the fuck are you talking about? You're not getting in the ring. Nope, not getting in the ring. Why not? Why not? Oh well, when Vladimir got in the ring, we had a contract signed already. Okay, well, give the man a champion split, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. You wouldn't have to worry about it. Let him fight Dillian White and put Joshua on the contract, and it would be a done deal. Give him 40%, it would have been a done deal. You did none of those things. You didn't even make an offer at all. None. Not at this point. You hadn't made any offer for nothing. So how is anything supposed to be anything? At this point in time, you had made no offers. The only offer was to fight Dillian White and Deontay Wilder. That was the only offer. You have made 0 offers about nothing. Nothing. The very first offer you made was a month later from now. It was the very first offer. Come on, man. If this dude's like, oh, well, I'm not about the hype, so he's not getting in, and we'll have extra security. And Eddie Hearn's talking about, oh well, if Joshua wants him in the ring, then he'll call him in. If you guys know Josh like I know Josh, then he's going to want him in there. Well, why would we think that? Why would we think that at all? Why? He was at the Klitschko fight. He didn't call him in the ring at the Klitschko fight. So what will be the difference from then to now? So knowing that he wasn't going to be allowed to get in the ring, extra security, blah, 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 knowing all that, and Deontay Wilder said, fuck it, then I ain't going. What's the point? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of me going there? Like, so y'all can try to match me up with Dillian White? Like, you're not going to force the issue on me. I want to fight Anthony Joshua. I don't want to fight Dillian White. Period. I don't want to fight that dude. I want to fight Anthony Joshua. He's a nothing nobody to me. I want the belts. I want Joshua. That's who I've been calling out for years. That's who I want. You can try to force Dillian White all you want. I don't want to fight him right now. He can get in line. I don't want to fight him right now. He's a nothing nobody to me. And you're not going to force anything on me. What's going to happen is you can give me Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? If you put Dillian White on the contract, then I'll beat him up and I'll go fight Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Or he can go fight Luis Ortiz and then I'll beat him up. But it's not going to be on your terms. You're not forcing nothing. So if you're not allowing me to do what I want to do over there, then what's the point of me going? Eddie Hearn went bananas. They did not like that. When Eddie realized that Deontay Wilder was not coming and he couldn't push Dillian White on Deontay Wilder, he was pissed. He was pissed. He was going on tirades left and right, little rants left and right. And then he calmed down, but then he had stuff to say. So let's take a listen to what he had to say.
You want so bad, don't give me that bullshit. All you're doing is using Anthony Joshua's name.
The way we look at it, we look at it one round at a time.
He's getting paid a load of money from Sky to come and work for him this week, and his bum's gone. Simple. Dillian White's there, Anthony Joshua's there. Oh, I want to get in the ring. Bullshit, your bum's gone. Don't talk about these fights if you've got no intention of taking it. You've got two fighters that will take his belt. Anthony Joshua, we know, and Dillian White as well. And we've improved our offer now to Deontay Wilder. And if he don't take this fight, he's a joke. Sorry.
So is this just a rumour, or have you been told by his team?
I've been told he's not coming. The look on your face is the look that everybody's giving. Is he mad? Who's advising him that? The whole epicentre of heavyweight boxing and the sport of boxing is in Cardiff on Saturday night. Jesus, like, it's bullshit.
When was he meant to be coming?
So Eddie Hearn was really mad. He was really upset that Deontay Wilder was not coming to Cardiff. He was really mad that Deontay Wilder was not going to be there. He was saying that all the media outlets were going to be there, and Deontay Wilder doesn't really want to fight, and Dillian White's going to be there, and he just doesn't, you know, like, you just notice that he keeps using Dillian White. When Deontay Wilder already said he doesn't want to fight Dillian White, he wants to fight Anthony Joshua. He's already said that several times. But for some strange reason, Eddie Hearn just keeps on pushing the Dillian White piece.
I'm not sure Dillian Wilder's going to fight White. I wish he would. And it's not a case of, and it's really important to make this clear, it's not like, oh, we're trying to protect AJ by putting Dillian White on him. Josh is fighting on Saturday night. If he boxes Wilder straight next, it won't be till October, November, December. So if he has an interim fight, it might be July or August, but then he can still fight Wilder in November, December. So it's just that Dillian White's ready to go. There's an opportunity and a time frame for that fight to happen in June. It's the biggest payday by far of Wilder's career so far. He seems to think it's an easy fight. And yeah, of course, it builds the AJ fight to whole new levels. But also, I believe Dillian White can win. And if that happened, you would get an undisputed heavyweight world championship fight between Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. So I think it's a no-lose for everybody. But you know, we've made them a bigger offer yesterday, and we'll see what happens. He's not coming this week, which is a big disappointment, and it makes me think, does he even want to fight either of them?
Why is he not coming this week?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think at the end of the day, this is the epicentre of world boxing, and particularly this weekend. There's not one major media outlet that won't be in Cardiff this Saturday. So for Deontay, it would have been massive for him to be here. I don't know. It makes you start to question whether he actually wants the fight, because if he wanted the fight, he has to be here. And if people talk about getting in the ring, AJ would invite him in the ring. But we're not going to set up a script when a fight's not made. So again, it would be massive. He'd be up on the apron, Dillian White would be there, probably trying to jump on his shoulders. It's a Royal Rumble all over again. But
This guy has just lost his fucking mind. He's just fucking absolutely lost his mind. He can see right now he's talking what he wants, because the very first thing he mentions is Dillian White right off the rip. So you can see what he really wants. He's talking about he can't fight Josh. Well, Josh can have an interim fight in summertime. If you guys remember in my last video and I did about this topic, his plan was to always have Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua fight. Well, his supposed plan, his bullshit plan, was to have Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua fight in summertime of 2018. So while he's saying that Joshua can have an interim fight, and then, you know, the interim fight that he's talking about Joshua can have in July or August was supposed to be Deontay Wilder. That was what it was supposed to be based on what he said last year. Now him saying Dillian White is ready right now. So the fuck what? So what the fuck does that mean? Deontay Wilder or nobody else is obligated to do shit for Dillian White. No, nobody. The fuck do you, just because he's ready right now? So that's your fucking problem. If he's ready right now, then he could have fought Anthony Joshua right now. And if you wanted him to fight Deontay Wilder, then you should have put Anthony Joshua on the contract. Like, you just listen to what he says, right? He's saying if the fight with Anthony Joshua won't happen until the end of the year, right? That's what he's saying. He's saying that the timeline for Deontay Wilder for Dillian White, that time is a short window and it's ready right now. That's what he says, right? So if Wilder can fight White in June, right, and then the fight for Wilder Joshua is at the end of the year, if Wilder wins, well then why would you not make a contract and put a verse for Deontay Wilder versus Dillian White with the winner to fight Joshua at the end of the year? Why would you not do that? Because it's everything that you just now are saying you want. Fucking liar, man.
Looks like he's not going to come this week. Are you disappointed that firstly he's not here?
Again, it's not really my business. I mean, I've had a few rants about it. It baffles me that the advice that he's given, I'm presuming that the advice he was given was to go, and he's decided I ain't going, just because he's angry or it's ego or what. But if you ask any member of the media, okay, in the world, if you ask any promoter in the world, should Deontay Wilder be here right now in front of the world media and be there at the weigh-in tomorrow in front of 5,000 and at the show in front of 78,000, what do you think the answer would be? I mean, I know you're a Deontay Wilder man, but you can't just sit on the fence.
We're a man for everybody.
You can't sit on a fence in these kind of things. Do you think it would be worth his while being here around the worldwide media?
Absolutely.
Right.
So December 1st, 2018 will be Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury in the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing. All the media will be there. The two major players in the heavyweight division, the top three will be there fighting. Well, two of them will be there to fight. Anybody who's anybody will be at that fight. And all the major publications will be there. All the major articles, all the major newspapers, all the major publicists, whoever is anything in boxing will be at this December 1st fight. So please explain to me why Anthony Joshua will not be there. Oh, let me guess. Oh, I got it. He's got promotion. She's got promotional things. Well, if you have promotional things, where do you promote them at? Where there's the most visibility. Where else on earth will there be more visibility on December 1st than that Wilder Fury fight? Two undefeated champions, the Lineal King and the WBC King, squaring off for heavyweight supremacy, with the winner of that fight, the push and desire for a Joshua unification fight will be so huge. It'll be massive. Absolutely massive. Now, you just heard Eddie Hearn going on tyrants, going livid, being upset that Deontay Wilder didn't show up to the Anthony Joshua fight when Deontay Wilder had all intentions on going. The only thing that held him up was because he wasn't going to be a pawn for Dillian White. He wanted to fight the king. He wanted to fight the IBF, WBA, and WBO king. That's who he wants to fight. He's the WBC king. He wants to fight the other king. He's fighting Tyson Fury, the lineal king. He doesn't want to fight a pawn, and that's what Dillian White was. Eddie Hearn said it himself. If Dillian White were to beat Deontay Wilder, then it would be an undisputed heavyweight championship, all UK. So the chess move for him is to get Dillian White talking shit, jumping on Deontay Wilder's back, a Royal Rumble style, right? And remember, he's the one talking about this isn't for show. This isn't for all that. That's what he was saying previously. But in this, he's all of a sudden now it's Royal Rumble style. You know, these are his words, not mine. But that it's the show for him. It's the event. It's the hype for him. But it was not the hype with Anthony Joshua. It's the hype with Dillian White. And Deontay Wilder is not about that hype. Deontay Wilder told him, if you want to fight me, I will fight you straight away. Fight and beat Luis Ortiz. He had the opportunity several times to fight Luis Ortiz. He did not fight Luis Ortiz. He could have fought Dominic Breazeale and bypassed Deontay Wilder's demand and became the only mandatory if he beat Dominic Breazeale. He turned that down. He's fighting Chisora in a money fight, in a rematch. For what? So he can fight Anthony Joshua? He doesn't need to fight Chisora to fight Anthony Joshua. They all fight under the same stable. He can fight Anthony Joshua without fighting Chisora. Why are we playing stupid here? Anthony Joshua is not attending the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, and there's literally little to no backlash. Little to no backlash. It's as if it's whatever. He doesn't have to. That's all. That's what I'm getting. He doesn't have to. Well, if you look at Anthony Joshua's U.S. numbers, I would say I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ. Anthony Joshua's U.S. numbers are absolute garbage. Absolute trash. Now, he has said on many occasions that he wants to fight in the U.S. On many occasions, Hearn has been trying to push him to the U.S. to build his profile. Push him in the U.S. to fight Gerald Miller in Brooklyn. He was going to fight Vladimir Klitschko in Vegas in the rematch. I mean, you're willing to fight these guys, but you're not willing to fight Deontay Wilder. This makes absolute no sense to me. Well, it does, because this man doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. And he knows he will be called out by Deontay Wilder. This is the same way Deontay Wilder has been calling him out after all of his other fights. If he's in attendance, Deontay Wilder will call him out and embarrass him. That's why he's not going. It has nothing to do with promotional, nothing. Because if you are promoting something, then you want to do it with the most visibility possible. You're not going to promote it just by yourself, just, with nobody around. Cut the bullshit. You're going to do it free publicity. That's what you're going to do. This is free publicity for him. All you got to do is catch a plane flight. Oh, but he was in Miami, right? He was out in LA, right? Sitting at the game in Floyd Mayweather's spot. But mysteriously now, he has nothing going on. And I'd like to know what promotion this is. Because just saying, oh, I got promotion, that's bullshit. What promotion is it? You are a fucking liar. You don't want to be in the same room as Deontay Wilder. There is nothing holding you back. Nothing but your fucking courage.
I wonder if he know that I know he's lying right now. Oh, you got the new Margellas? That's what's up, I see you. That's your BMW? That's nice. That's your girl? Golly. Okay, I see you. But I just want to know one thing. You ready? Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Every time you tell me something, I figure that you're lying. Ooh, it's almost like you faking. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know you're lying, but you sound excited, and you know that I know that you're lying. Oh, girl.
Cue the rain. I got you. The rain, yeah. Turn on. A little bit more. Yeah.
I'ma keep on lying